So yeah, Harsh, welcome to the interview for the core team. And as we can see, you have applied for the CP domain. So yeah, introduce yourself first to us. And one thing, you can talk
Okay,
in
so
Hindi, English,
yeah,
Bengali, whatever language you want, no issues.
okay. Hello, I'm Harsh Prakash. I'm from CSEB third year. I'm a proficient full stack web developer in a competitive programmer, and my hobby is solving the problems in a way so that it can be understood by everyone. And one more hobby is cycling.
Okay. So you have applied for the competitive programming domain. So how are you thinking that you will contribute?
Yeah, from the past 2 years, I'm constantly solving different DSA questions, and I'm constantly participating in different competitions. I think I have gained some experience and knowledge to be the lead of GDG on campus, to be the CP lead of GDG on campus. I have solved several questions across several coding platforms. So I think that I will I will create a sense of eagerness and dedication among the members of the DGD on campus in the CP domain.
Okay. So you are also a part of RCC Techs as the CP
Yeah,
lead over there, and you are applying for GDG over here. First
yeah.
question is how will you able to distribute the time from there and here? And the next is since you are already there as a CP lead, so what else do you think that you will be able to do in GDG that you are not being able to do in RCC Techs or maybe vice versa?
Okay, for the first question, so if I if I will be the CP lead in both the clubs, so I have to manage the time. So I will give the needed amount of time to both the clubs. Like for example, if GDG needs me more for some days, I will be there for that. But I will not like I will give equal weightage to both the clubs, and I will be always there whenever they will need. And for the second question, like if I will be the CP lead in GDG, so I think Google Developers Group is like it is a fascinating group. It is like all the members who all the students who want to be the member of this GDG group are like more in number, and I think like GDG group has the resources, several more resources which I can use, and I can like teach, or like I can explain the members of the DGD about CP more efficiently and in a more detailed manner using those resources, and I will reach a large group of people to it.
Okay. So now, as we know that suppose someone from first year comes and asks you, "Jay, Dada, should I start with DSA or since you are good in web, you are doing AIML projects as well?" So it is a highly likely question that someone will ask you that, okay, you are doing web, you are doing AIML, you are doing DSA. How are you giving the three time? And if you are giving it, I am finding it very difficult to give time. So tell me, being in first year, what should I start first? Should I go only for the DSA or should I go only for the web? What will be
Okay,
your answer?
I think the best possible answer will be if you could manage both the domains, then you should start giving time to both the domains equally, because as you are in first year, you have several options to explore the several domains. So I think you should explore all the domains first, and you may know that in which domain you are interested more and in which you are like not interested so much. And for the CP part or for the programming part, I think programming will be needed at every time in the throughout the engineering life, because in the final interview of the placement also we will need coding. So I think you should give more preference to coding, but like if you could manage both, then you should do both the domain.
Okay. Now, as you said, from the job perspective, doing coding or doing a good level of DSA is important. That we all know. Now, then why we are doing CP, or who will be doing CP then? Because for the job perspective, people will, okay, let me do a bit of DSA, some done with arrays, up to maybe graphs, DP. Okay, cool. No need to go for other complex things. Or DP maybe 5 to 10 problems solved. No need of 50, 60 solving, or no need for going for code shape or something like that. Then why is kind of then CP who will be doing? Because you have been
Okay,
there.
so
So what do you think?
yeah, so like CP is a type of game, like it's a type of game, that mind game, in which like we have to solve the given questions in a limited period of time, and it has several constraints. You have to solve within those constraints. So it is like a very fun game. Like if anyone starts doing the competitive programming, like so they will enjoy that. So and like they can participate in several competitions, and they can win many achievements in competitive programming. And learning DSA it is the fundamental thing for doing competitive programming. Competitive programming is more advanced level from DSA.
Okay, so we can say in a nutshell maybe that you definitely will be need to do DSA. And if you want that your problem solving skills to go to a much higher level, then maybe you can
Yeah,
go and write CP.
yeah. If like if you want to solve any problem in a like in less amount of code and more efficiently, then you should go for it.
Okay, understood. Uh, Now we know we have some platforms like CodeShip, CodeForces, mainly for CP. Then we have got Lead Code, we have got Hacker Rank, we have got Hacker Earth, and we have got Geek for Geeks. I am not
Yeah,
taking coding ninjas into consideration because it's relatively newer than all this.
yeah.
So if I have to ask you that rank them according to the easiest to hardest, like someone in the first year is there and someone in the fourth year is there, someone who is starting in first year. So from which platform should they start and then go on migrating?
So according to my personal experience, I will rank HackerRank as the easiest one, because I think
Okay.
its interface and its questions are
Hmm.
very beginner friendly. Then I would rank GFG, because I think GFG has very basic fundamental questions. They can learn those topics very much easily, and they can understand it easily by solving questions on GFG. Then I would rank lead code, because I used to think that lead code is very tough, but the questions in the lead code are a bit tricky. But once you start solving the question, once you understand the questions very well, then then you will know that the solution is not that much tough. So the third one is lead code, and then I will rank code forces, because I think code forces is a bit hard, and the user like the UI of code forces is also not beginner friendly.
Well,
I think that
okay.
would be the rank.
Okay. Uh, Orgoda, any questions you want to ask? Maybe then I'll ask another round of it.
Okay, Harsh. Uh, Question Shagnik asked, you answer all of them very well. And I don't have any specific technical question for you right now after this answers. Yeah, but I would like to test your personality a bit. So that's why I want to know, are you aware about your strengths and weaknesses as a programmer?
Yeah, I'm aware of my strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, then say me some of your strengths and weaknesses you are aware about.
Okay. So starting with the strength. So my first strength is that I first understand the question very well. Then I make a flowchart type of thing, that a method, that how procedure of how I will solve that question. Then I start coding. And the second one is that I try to solve that question as easy in a way as easy as possible, so that I can explain it to anyone who asks me, or like anyone can understand it easily, including me. And the third strength is I have like I am good in C++, Java, and Python, in these three languages. And talking about my weaknesses, so my first weakness is uh, what should I tell? Like I'm not satisfied if I write the code very lengthy, or like for example, if the code runs, but like I am not like I didn't like it in the way I wanted to make it. So I constantly edit my code and make it more easy and like
Got it. Got it. Okay. And my second question is, you are applying for a position which is a domain lead position. And I believe there will be some folks who will work with you and they're your juniors. And most of them will be from first year and second year. And most of them will not be too much efficient as you are right now. So in
yeah,
that case, you may need to guide them. You may need to correct them sometime if they do make mistakes. Okay. So imagine such a scenario where like a boy or girl who is a programmer and very new to it, and they're constantly making mistakes, and they're now not performing as much good as you're expecting from he or she. So in that case, how would you give him a negative feedback without hurt them?
okay. So
I mean, their motivation should not be fall down with the negative feedback.
yeah, so for this, my answer would be I will use the sandwich technique which you told us in a session, that
Can you
to handle
elaborate?
these situations. Yeah, like first I will tell him that you are not performing that well. Like uh, you have to learn something new, and you have to make yourself good in this domain, as you are a member of GDG, core member. And after that, I will again motivate him by telling that you have you have been selected as the core member of GD because you have some skills. You have to just polish those skills and make yourself more efficient in coding. And again, at last, I would tell him to practice more. And this way, I will first tell like a bit of negative thing, then I will motivate him by telling positive thing, and then again I will tell him to speak, improve
Okay,
himself in that. And second thing, I will if someone is having some problem in that, then I will personally give time to him to solve his problem and see in at which places is he having problem, and I will try to solve it.
okay, that's a very good answer, and I'm happy to see that you used to listen my sessions very carefully. So yeah, Shagnik, I am done with my questions.
Okay. So Harsh, one of the last question for you. See, since you are doing DSA for a quite good amount of time, and definitely you have definitely applied for the CP lead over here as well. So any algorithm that you think that you are having in mind as of now, tell me the question, and if you have to explain it to someone who is new to this or new to the DSA, just explain the answer. Tell the question as well. I am not asking you because I don't think that I am into at that much depth as you are that I'll ask you a question. So I'm giving you that free hand because you have applied for the CP domain. You have that skills. So you take your opportunity and tell me a question and explain me the answer as well.
Okay. So, can I think a question?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I will explain the algorithm dynamic programming.
Okay.
Okay, so dynamic programming is is an algorithm which in which the code is divided into sub problems, and those sub problems are solved and they are stored in an array. So that it can be used in the later stage where the same calculation is needed. So it will restrict the calculation again and save the time, and it will make the time complexity much more like good. So that is dynamic programming. So one example of dynamic programming is matrix multiplication. So in matrix multiplication, when we multiply two matrices, like there may be several numbers, there may be several common numbers in all the two matrices. Okay. So when we multiply the row, each row with each column. So while multiplying those, we may get several multiplications which are not needed at all. They are already performed in the past. So like we can store the answers of those multiplications in an array to the array, and we can use those calculations. We can use the answers of those calculations from the array, and this will save a lot of time. And this will make the time complexity much more good. Will decrease the time complexity. So so that the whole matrix multiplication programming is subdivided into small multiplications of the numbers. So those answers are stored in the array, and we can use those answers to make the code more efficient.
Okay. It was, or was there anything more to add?
No, I have no question from my end.
Okay. So thank you, Harsh, for joining. It was nice to catch up with you. And maybe next 1 to 2 days, you'll get to know what happens. Till then,
Okay.
okay.
But
All the
one
very
more
best.
question. Can I? Thank you. So can I get a feedback of the interview? Like, what can I improve more in terms of interview?
Okay. Orgoda, tell.
Okay, Harsh. There is positive feedback, obviously, for you because I did not find any negativity. You can answer your question very well manner, and you have a very depth knowledge in the subjects you are applying for with the position, and each and every development in terms of DSA or it could be development, you have a very deep knowledge about it. And I'd like to say just keep upgrading yourself, and yeah, your soft skill are absolutely good. There is no negativity in that, and if you want you can improve them, but yeah, they are very, in a good level.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yep. Okay. Thank you, Harsh. Get to see you
Thank
soon.
you.
Okay, goodbye.
Thank
Goodbye.
you.